It was a real showdown on Bay. And no, not the Junkanoo, Saxons, Valley, One Family roots, Genesis, music makers, colors, Congos, conquerors, fancy dancers, tribes, soldiers kind of showdown. This one started in the House of Assembly. The PLP was prepared to take it all. They were tired of the UBP. They were not into crying. They rob us after every election. Some changes had to be made. The boundaries had to change. They needed more time to speak. In these two categories, they were tired of getting beat. So, on Tuesday, April 27, 1965, their desire for action came fully alive. Who in the morning?
When the PLP members of parliament arrived, the crowd cheered excitedly. The crowd went wild. The men went inside the house to take part in their meeting. The people outside continued their demonstrating. They noticed when Samilo opened a window, their cries like, "Amend! Amend!" rose from down below. Anticipation began to grow. A while after, Sir Lyndon approached the same window and threw the speaker's mace down below. With a loud clang, it fell onto the concrete. The people cried out joyfully. Then Sir Milo himself took hold of the hourglasses. Out of the opened window, he threw them down to the masses. The hourglass was used to time the members' presentation. But Sir Milo and Mr. A.D. Hanna had already demonstrated against the 15-minute speaking limitation.
The PLP MPs made their way outside to an excited crowd of Bahamians who cheered them on. Sir Lyndon jumped atop a post office van. He explained how the party had just taken a strong stand. The constituency boundaries were not drawn fairly, and the party's two amendments were rejected squarely. So to the window he moved with the mace. The symbol of authority was in the wrong place. The authority belonged to the people, and the people were out there. As a result, he threw the mace from the window up there. Magistrate John Bailey, concerned about the crowd, jumped atop a police car for his voice to be clear and loud. He read the riot act, ushering the people to disperse. If they continued with their gathering, matters may get worse. The presence of the police was heavy on Bay. Several demonstrators were arrested for getting in the way. The crowd was determined. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. They were determined to stand their ground until the end. Amen. 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 So Lyndon called for volunteers to sit right there on the street. But he urged supporters not to fight with the police. The riot squad was in full gear, armed with batons and wicker shields and helmets on their heads. With the riot act in place and some supporters being arrested by police, Sir Lyndon called on the group to vacate Bay Street. Over the hill to the Southern Recreation Grounds they marched, where they were asked to return later to discuss their path.
They sat in the rain. They stood in the face of fear. They supported their leaders with hope that changes would be near. In first position, the PLP demonstrated to those who ruled with an iron fist that they would not sit quietly and let the unfair practices like gerrymandering go unfixed. Its roots were formed in the general election of 1962. Its fruit was born in the 1967 general election. The importance of Black Tuesday should never be forgotten.
Bahamian.